me hearties, the pirates are back. 2 weeks in a row. Arr! Arr! It's my favorite letter of the alphabet.
Can only do that for so long. It's exactly what I say in the bedroom. Except the bedroom doesn't exist on a pirate ship, so get a grip of yourself and get your head out of the dirty seawater or something. You are in for, yes, another pirate-related story, because they seem to be everywhere nowadays. So strap yourselves in, and if that strap includes the ropes or here, so be it. And if you don't, I'll make you walk the plank. Dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun 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 da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun 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 da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun. Please, no more pirates.
I'll never talk to you again if you don't get this money. I know where you live. Do you have cameras at your house?
This woman has fallen madly in love with a handsome oil rig worker.
Handsome, yes, but he looks as if a doctor is mid-insertion during a colonoscopy, and for a few seconds there I stared longingly into his eyes. Kudos for finding the one doctor who can perform such a procedure in what looks to be your bedroom. But if this is a metaphor for me watching this is going to feel like I have a foreign object inside of me, then, well done, you correct facial expression, mate.
Very charming, just saying all the things that someone wants to hear.
It's his profile picture as well.
Michael and Cathy met online and were planning a life together.
Hey, I'm here to look for a serious relationship. I want to be married.
Nice.
Everything changed when Michael was attacked by pirates while at work.
He was so traumatized because these pirates had attacked their rig. And
I'm glad the picture is blurry AF right now, because I swear to you, previous episode is like blurring in my brain with this one. Unless the sea pirates are really doing up worldwide tour and their escapades are going global. What do you mean there's another instance of pirates attacking? We just had one last week, guys. Come on, scammers, don't be so lazy. Gosh. Oh, once again, call the authorities, not random people in different countries, mate. You got bigger issues.
So I need to make sure this money is safe. Can I send it to you? Then I got a letter that's not passing through customs, and we need $73,000.
And so she's trying to figure.
Hold on a second. Not only is the letter in so many different colors, anti-money laundering clearance fee. Isn't that just ridiculous? That's like someone with a shing right in front of your face saying that they are going to do unspeakable things to you, but at the same time assuring you that they will not do anything. That's what that's giving. Anti-money laundering clearance fee. Shove it up your ass. How about that? Why did they do art attack on the email? So many fonts and colors. Hey, if anything, that just tells me that when you're under attack by sea pirates, your creativity turns up to 1,000,000. Maybe that's what's missing in my life.
And so she's trying to figure out ways to get this money because she's scared.
Yeah.
What is going on in this video? Because Drew has got like a mustache combo going on. It ain't November on my watch, I tell you that much. He looks dapper. Mid-colonoscopy man looks dapper. Will the pirates look dapper? How are they sitting there, by the way, with a straight face 2 weeks in a row talking about pirates?
Yeah.
After sending thousands of dollars, Cathy wants to know if she's been sending money to her Prince Charming or if he's just another romance scam.
By the way, age gap here.
If you don't FaceTime me, I'm going to turn your ass in.
Oh!
You want to go to prison?
Hold on! We've already spoke about colonoscopies. Can we not turn people's asses in? Because that's not natural. I'll tell you that much. What's the age gap here? I'm very much interested.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Go do
Your
that.
engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being
But you already
scammed.
are?
All right, team, we got another case. It's from a woman named Cathy.
My
and,
TikTok boyfriend.
I'll read the email.
Taking the piss.
She says, "Hello, Catfish team. My name is Cathy, and I really need your help. I met a man on TikTok who works on an oil rig that was attacked by pirates. He claims he sent me a box of money, but it keeps getting stuck in different places.
What?
I already wired $5,700, and now U.S. Customs is demanding $73,000 and threatening to come to my house if I don't pay. Please hurry, Cathy."
Hi, Catfish team. My name is Cathy.
I have a very urgent question that needs asking at this moment. When you're being threatened and someone is going to come to your house and do up naughtiness, right? Surely I'm led to believe you would contact some sort of authority that can protect you, right? And not Catfish team. Catfish team, yes, maybe find out you're being scammed or not, right? But I would hope she called authorities as well, right? You get my vibe here? Because your livelihood and life is in question here. It's in jeopardy, quite literally. Maybe not literally, the scammers are just threatening you, but still. I hope you called police or something. Do you know what I mean?
I am from the Missouri area. I am a business owner of 18 years. We just started out with me, a little bucket of cleaning supplies, and now we work with some of the biggest companies here in Missouri.
That's cool.
I don't have a whole lot of free time. I mostly study, but I like to get out in nature, do walks. I love animals, so I like to
love her
spend time
glasses.
with my animals. I was married in my 30s, and we just didn't work out.
Is
and
this
so
AI?
I've just been single for some time.
Is this AI because the man has changed appearance? What's... okay, guys. All right.
With her past behind her and her business to run, Cathy wasn't in the market for new love.
The market.
But a man reached out to her online who piqued her interest.
I wasn't looking for anyone.
Oh, they
was
all
just
say that.
minding my own business, working. There was someone that reached out to me on TikTok. I thought, wow, he's really handsome.
Is this
he had
his
a
picture?
beard, curly hair, like
Is this his picture? Stripping in front of a skyscraper with water behind him. Is that a metaphor? The water behind him is your downstairs gushing? Is that what I'm led to believe? What are any of these images that I'm seeing in this episode so far, man? My 4 eyes are in pain.
low haircut, wavy, I should say. I thought, well, it'd
wavy,
be nice
curly,
to have
bloody.
a friend. And so I responded and said hello back, and it just kind of went from there. I asked how old they were. They told me they were 50. So I
50?
thought, that's just 10 years. So I thought, okay, maybe a friend, we'll see where it goes.
Okay, so 10 years, I assume that it's a 10-year gap because that's what the hell she just said. If he's 50, he's either got immaculate skin, share the routine with me, baby. He's got the genes of Benjamin Button, or he's actually 50, then I'm still in the womb. How about that? If he's 50, I'm in the womb. And you can't argue. Don't ask how this is being filmed whilst I'm in the womb. Science is crazy. He's not 50, but I could be very wrong, of course.
He said he had 2 children that were in a boarding school. He had
Wow, rich.
an apartment or something in New York, and I asked what he did, and he said that he worked on an oil rig, and
pretty
he
crazy.
had one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Always text me in the morning. I usually am an early riser, like 4 or 5-ish,
Same.
and even in the evening. So it felt really nice to have someone that thinks about me early in the morning when they wake up and the last thing before they go to bed.
I
He's
get it.
very charming, just saying all the things that someone wants to hear.
Whilst I agree that this sort of thing is nice to hear, I've got to question how far along we are in this budding TikTok romance, okay? I really have to question how far along we are. before "I'm so happy I found you" is being dropped. Because there is a certain point where you got to take a step back and say, that's a bit too fast. 50-year-old Michael, who looks like he's both 25 and 26, because he looks strapping. Please, everyone, recognize when you're being bombarded with love messages, right? There's a time and a place, and that time is later down the line, mate.
Hey, I'm here to look for a serious relationship.
Sweating so much.
I want to be married. So I thought, okay, I'll try and see where it goes.
Okay.
Michael was sweeping Cathy off of her feet.
I just love the fact that she's got this nonchalant act on. Either she genuinely is just nonchalant in life, taking a chill pill to the max, or she's just putting this on.
Although he was miles away from her in New York. But it wasn't long before his job took him away for an extended trip.
He stated that there was an emergency that happened. I have to go on this oil rig to help out. They said it was going to be 3 weeks, and then I'll be back home. I asked him, I said, where do you have to go? And
Turkey.
He said, we're going to the Netherlands
Okay.
on an oil rig. And so I Googled what an oil rig was, and I thought, wow, that's really strange, but I don't know anything about it.
What?
So the next day, he texted me this letter stating, hey, there's an emergency. We need you to come here.
First of all, I was swayed. I was swindled myself. I thought she was typing what oil rigs are in the Netherlands, and I was gonna give some kudos. But she found it strange that oil rigs exist. I'm a bit confused there. So, well done on the research. I'm going to read the following email because I have no life. Dear Michael Lloyd Brown, I hope this message finds you as well. As well as what? Was this sent to someone else and Michael's been CC'd or something? Or finds you as well as yourself? What do you mean? We are reaching out to you with an urgent request to join our team on board the rig in light of a recent accident involving one of our key engineers, so they died. Your expertise and experience in the field make you an ideal candidate to step in and ensure the smooth operation of our operations. Astute observation, scammers. You would want your operations smoothly operated on. He's a smooth operator. We understand that this request comes unexpectedly, but we believe that your skills and knowledge will be invaluable during this critical time. Your past contributions to our team have been highly regarded, and we are confident that you can make an immediate impact in this role. Donnies have pulled out ChatGPT to write a message when it's an urgent matter. I would type if I'm in control, yeah? Mate, just get your ass over here. Shit's going down. But you've done formal letter. Okay.
And supposedly it was a contract, but
Supposedly.
the contract was blurred. Like, I could see the letter, but as far as the contract, what it would say was a blur. And so he showed me pictures the next day of him standing up by a mirror in his suitcase.
Listen, mate, there's no time to be taking selfies where you're holding the phone very strangely. 2 fingers up? What are you doing? Peace out? Or F off, basically. You gotta get going. Stop taking selfies. It's a matter of emergency, mate.
He showed me a picture of him on the plane, but he had a mask on, like maybe it was trying to camouflage the beard. It just was weird to me. It didn't
camouflage the beard.
Michael kept up his communication with Cathy as he traveled to the oil rig. He claimed he took a flight from New York to the Netherlands.
What is Cathy saying?
A few days later, Cathy received a text from Michael saying he had gotten to the rig, but something terrible had happened.
Yep.
He said that they were just attacked by pirates. They couldn't have ammunition on the rig. All they had was water bombs or something like that.
What am I watching?
To get them off. And
Sorry, it looks like someone is just pissing on the boat there. Like, just high projectile pissing. Look, if you go toilet like that, see a doctor immediately, okay? I'm just, like, it is sad, right? As much as I like to keep these light-hearted, it never ceases to be sad to be watching someone speak, I guess, just so nonchalantly that their lover has been attacked by pirates and they're attacking them with piss water cannons. Do you know what I mean? Like, it breaks my heart. And at the same time, I really wish people would get a grip of themselves. But go off, Cathy. Bloody pirates. And the first thing he's done is text you. But sure, the safety of the workers matter here. Yes.
He ran and hit the deck in the
Where
kitchen.
did he run?
And he was so traumatized because these pirates had attacked their rig. And so I need to make sure this money is safe. Can I send it to you?
That makes zero
He
sense.
showed me a picture of this safe. He had like $400 and something thousand. And to me,
Why?
it looked like piles of money. But what was so strange was this stack of money on the end. Money has a little slight green on it. So it looked like it was just a big stack of paper, and maybe they had stuck a $100 bill on top of it. He said he had his life's papers in it as well.
What's going on
meaning
here?
His papers to his car, his home.
Sorry, is this safe just in the oil rig? Like somehow this oil rig he's never stepped foot on. Or maybe he does. Maybe he frequently works there. I don't know. But why is it there? Does he bring it along with him on the trip? Is it just magically on the oil rig? And when he leaves, he trusts the safe with all such sensitive information and money to just be there whilst he's in a different country. I don't understand the logistics behind any of this. So someone who's a safe expert, let me know in the comments, because what he's doing is very unsafe. If there was genuinely such things inside there, what are you doing?
And so I thought, sure.
Michael survived the pirate attack, but he was afraid that they could possibly strike again.
Yeah, of course.
He needed to mail a black safe full of his personal belongings. It was very important to get this off of the oil rig, and Cathy was willing to help.
He texted me and said they're going to find a carrier for me.
Listen, whoever that courier is, my heart goes out to you because you're willing to work, do business in pirate-infested waters. Big you up.
I have this safe, which was in a big box that they would send to you. And I said, okay, I'll wait for it. And then from there, it showed active and then in transit. At first, it showed like it was in Dubai.
No.
Then the package supposedly got stopped in Turkey.
No.
I got this letter from customer care, and it said, Madame, your package has gone through customs. The customs wants to take your package and open it. In order for them not to open it, we need $5,700. I was really against that, but he was getting really aggressive. You want me to lose everything? Oh my God, I'm going crazy over here. All my life is in this box. We got to get this box.
Listen, sorry to cut you off there, Cathy, but my whole life is in this box. What is it doing on an oil rig then, you absolute donkey? Huh? Tell me, answer me that question, because you ain't got a Scooby how to navigate very sensitive information, it seems, right? You got the responsibility of, I guess, a pirate. Do they have responsibilities? Who knows? It made sense in my head. I must stress that someone else's issue is not yours. No matter how much they want to gaslight you, and no matter how much they turn on you aggressively. Now, obviously, in physical circumstances where such a quote-unquote partner is in front of your face, that's a different situation, which is more difficult, I would say, to navigate, to escape, because they are right there. When it concerns someone you've never met, and especially online, obviously there are manipulation tactics involved. But please, I would hope everyone finds it within themselves to understand that you're worth more than just being someone who's getting essentially verbally abused by someone you've never even met. And that doesn't mean it's okay if you've met them. Oh yeah, you can verbally abuse me. Because some of you like to twist words. Get a grip, honestly. But in this case, please, understand. It's never okay. And it especially never is doubly or the same. But you get what I'm saying. Please, know your worth. Run away if you start getting abused like that. You need to get this package to you, blah, blah. It's your life, mate. Not mine. Get a grip.
I went to the bank and I didn't have all the money. I had most of it.
Cathy, stop it.
And I had to save up for the rest. It was like $400 or $500 more dollars. And what was really strange, it went to Arizona. And I thought, how can it be delivered to somebody in Arizona? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. And then they sent me this letter and they circled this agent. Well, it could go to an agent. And I thought, it just doesn't sound right. They said, yes, everything's fine. We're going to send your package. It's going to go to Washington. And then from Washington, we'll deliver this package safely to your house. All you have to do is just show your ID upon arrival, and everything will be fine.
No. Look how
And
many
I got
colors.
a letter that, customs have this, it's not passing through customs, and we need $73,000. And my heart just dropped. I thought, I don't have that kind of money, nor would I send that kind of money. And so they were just really getting ballistic about it. You need to send this money.
Husband's belongings? Sorry? Hold on a second there. KMS Express. KMS? Kiss my...
Oh, my.
Kiss my schlong. How about that? Hello, ma'am. Everything is fine. We'll get your package back on track. All you have to do is show your ID when the package is being delivered. Ma'am, if you don't send the money for your husband's belongings, we are going to have a big problem. We'd hate to have to send some people to your door, ma'am. If you don't send this money now, you'll be sorry. Obviously, in this instance, maybe I'd have a bit of fecal matter coming out of me because it is a scary message to receive. Like, if you're not really clued up on scams, I'd understand it's scary AF. But even if you do know about scams, I'll hold my hands up and say I'd be kind of anxious receiving a message like this because that's the type of person I am. I hope you called the police here. Do you know what I mean? Before you waited for a response from the catfish team, I hope you called the police. I'm begging you. And it's not her husband, so, you know, what's happened there? Lies?
You must send this money. They were just really getting scary and demanding.
Yes, I read that.
I need this money. Take it out of your business.
Oh, goodness, no. Shut up, Michael.
I need this money in my account to pay my employees. I worked 18...
Oh, not just to pay the employees, to pay the employees. You know when you got those employees that they don't take no for an answer? Employees. I really am quite concerned by her seeming lack of, I wouldn't say enthusiasm, because this isn't a case to be enthusiastic about, but her tone of voice, it's giving defeated, but also, I don't know if it's, again, the nonchalant act that I get the vibe she's putting on. So, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments.
I worked 18 long years for this business.
Correct.
Well, I told you, just send the money. I'll pay you back.
Once again, another scammer saying they'll pay someone back. So why don't you just pay the money yourself then? If you can pay someone back, you've got the money that you need. Meh.
Were just like they wouldn't take no for an answer.
He's an employee.
They started sending me threats. If you don't get this money to us, you're going to be dealt with by the law.
Goodness.
And you're going to get in trouble for money laundering. I'll never talk to you again if you don't get this money. And I know where you live. Do you have cameras at your house? it's very scary.
If they know where she lives, you'd think they'd do a little bit more of due diligence. You'd find out if she got cameras herself, if you know where I live. Come on, mate. Come on. I'd love the fact that they said you're going to get in trouble with the law for money laundering whilst saying pay 73k, which includes a anti-money laundering clearance fee. Well, all you got to do is pay the 73k then.
I would be
too much.
devastated because I thought I fell in love with a person who looked like this, and I thought they were the ones talking to me, and just to find out that it was somebody completely different is very disturbing.
Look, hey, she's showing emotion now, I guess, but maybe I'm reading too much into it, but she's, what did she say, surprised that she fell for someone who looks like this. It gives me vibes of maybe she put too much emphasis on this quote-unquote relationship because of the way he looks, and maybe she doesn't believe someone of a similar attractiveness will message her again. Maybe that plays into the desperation, that plays into, hey, I gotta send this money because, you know, this type of individual's not gonna message me ever again. It's concerning if that's the reason, because whilst I understand, of course, yes, attraction does play a part, then there comes the next stages. Do you mesh well together personality-wise? Do you actually see yourself together in the future? Because, listen, it's all well and good marrying someone that you like the look of, but that doesn't solve arguments. Do you know what I mean? Can you come to compromises together? You don't come to a compromise because they frickin' look good, do you? But also, this is another case of, even if this guy was real, I would hope people recognize that they are still not good to be with, because verbally abusing someone, again, in general, is a shitty thing to do. But when you've never met them, and you've never even, I guess at this point, even had a video call or anything, and you're verbally abusive to the point where you're literally telling someone to take money out of their business for you, that's not someone you want to be with, because both financial responsibility of a sack of turds, I guess, and I don't know why there would be turds in a sack, but we're on a farm, I guess. It's manure, compost or something. And also, just general life responsibility of this bottle of water. So, please everyone, as long as you do recognize red flags, and as long as you do recognize that even if someone is real, it doesn't mean you have to be together because of looks, you know? But maybe I've read too much into it and I've waffled for too long for no reason.
And I don't want other women to have to go through the same thing.
I get it.
Because it hurts too much.
True.
Stick around until the end.
Oh?
We'll sit down with Cathy and let her know about everything we were able to pull on this guy, Michael. And Cathy will confront Michael about his lies.
Well, it's not Michael.
I don't know.
You know what? FaceTime me. If you don't FaceTime me, I'm going to turn your ass in.
If you like this video,
That was
please
interesting.
consider subscribing.
Do that, please.
And once you've done that, give this video
do
a
that.
like too. If you're looking to
Do it to
contact
this
us
video
and
as
you
well,
think you might
please.
need our help finding out who you're communicating with online, or maybe you need help
begging.
breaking through to a friend or a family member, don't hesitate to reach out
Or
to
I
our
will show
email,
up to your
share my
house.
story at socialcatfish.com. We can help you find
Brutus.
the answers you've been looking for. After receiving Cathy's email, it was time for us to discuss this case and figure out an approach.
I'll be honest, every single time I've spoken to her, she's been crying. She's super emotional.
Wow, okay.
She said it's very urgent that she finds answers right away about this.
Okay, very urgent. I must reiterate, please, I hope you call the police in terms of safetyness, right? But her mentioning her crying a lot on the calls, I guess kind of answers my question earlier. I think it's a sign of defeat, maybe just exhaustion when she's describing her story on camera. So, you know, maybe she's not acting nonchalant. So, I'm sending her love and strength, of course. I don't recommend anyone end up in this position, right?
It's because they're asking her for this money and she doesn't have it.
And so she's trying to figure out ways to get this money because she's scared?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And she loves this person.
No,
So she's
stop.
conflicted.
Stop.
Wait, so there's pirates and a box of money. Like, I think we know, right? Like, kind of where this is going, right?
Yeah.
This is a shipping scam. It involves an oil rig, a box of money, a shipping company, and then they're asking for money, right?
Yeah.
But we got to help her out. Like, I mean, she's literally, like, based on what you're telling me, like, she's literally, like, fearful for her life. She's to the point she even set up security cameras in her house.
All right, call the police, though, as well.
What do you guys have for ideas?
Please.
I think we need to figure out how to catch this guy, right?
Fake banking website.
100%.
Like, I'll just send him an email right now and just be like, hey, Cathy sent you money, and we'll just set the bait.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. And also, she was sent this person's banking information. So,
Where to wire the money?
yes, where to wire the money. And they want her to send $73,000 to this person in Arizona.
So you're gonna follow up with this person?
I'm gonna see if I can try to connect with them, get some answers out of them, and see if they know what's going on. Maybe they're talking to someone online too.
All right, we got to give her peace of mind. We have to have her feel good at the end of the day. But I think we need to move fast because, like, I mean, I can only imagine, like, being in her situation, thinking the same thing is going on, and not knowing, like, what the potential outcome is going to be.
Yeah, I also feel like just giving her the clarity of, you know, who she's been talking to, who the guy in the photos is, and then running an IP tracker, and also just instilling, you know, into her some empowerment. After all of this is done, it's not cool that
Police?
the scammers had her scared for this long. So, I mean, what do you guys think?
All right, let's get started right away.
We're her only hope because she hasn't told anyone else about.
What do you mean by that?
No one knows. Her family, her friends, no one knows about this.
She's keeping this a secret to herself.
Yeah. So that's why she's even more emotional because she has no one else to go to for this.
I understand that aspect, but I would encourage everyone, if you are ever in such a position, to be open with friends and family about this, because they're going to see things from the outside, right? They're not going to be in a state of love such as yourself, so they're gonna see things a little bit more clearer from the outside. So please open up to your friends and family. If you are, of course, lucky enough to have people that you do trust around you. And if not, please speak to professionals, e.g. the authorities, because I'm still finding it a bit shell-shocking, we'll say, that they've not been contacted under the threat that someone knows where she lives. So, again, I'm still a bit confused on that.
All right, so it sounds like we have a plan here.
We do.
Yeah.
No.
I'll send it out right now. Let's get going.
Okay,
Okay,
let's go.
sounds good.
Lego.
With Cathy receiving direct threats from Michael, we knew there was no time to waste when diving into the research.
Shut
Brienne
up,
sat
Michael.
down with David to go over what she uncovered.
So, Brianne, what's going on with Cathy's case?
Well, I have a bunch of information I've been looking at, but specifically, she sent $5,700 to this woman, Penny Ray.
Right, I remember you talking about that.
Okay, well, there's another part to this. The shipping company is asking Cathy to send another $73,000 to Penny Ray.
$73,000?
Yes. So I looked her up. I found her address, her phone number, her email. I'm going to try to give her a call and see if she'll answer and she'll talk to me.
Do you think she's behind this, or do you think that she's being scammed?
I don't even know. I have no clue. I mean, this could go either way, and she may not even want to talk to me.
True.
$73,000 is so much money, like, for
It
somebody
is.
not to know what's going on.
Exactly.
That is also
and how would
a
he
fair
know
point.
to send Cathy her way, requesting for that much money? And he even had her banking information. Routing number, checking number.
Oh, so wire transfer? Mm-hmm. That's ballsy for her to give to anybody.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
How are they talking?
Especially for 73K.
They're talking through WhatsApp.
Let me pull up this
WhatsApp.
number
WhatsApp.
on WhatsApp.
What's up?
That's it, and it says, I'm an engineer.
Yes, that's the guy in the
I
profile.
work in the sea.
This is weird. All right, so we gotta call her, see what's going on, and then call this person that was gonna receive $73,000. hopefully we can get an IP address also to see. And if it shows up in the US, game over.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the guy she's talking to. He says, I'm an engineer, registered with T-Mobile in Atlanta. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this.
All right, sounds good.
Oh my god.
After Brienne finally got a hold of Penny Ray on the phone, we set up a call with Cathy to go over
Ah,
what we had
Cathy's
learned.
looking glamorous.
Good afternoon, Cathy.
Good afternoon.
I love her
You
glasses.
look beautiful today.
Thank you.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
I am too.
What are you most nervous about?
I don't know, just finding out the truth.
Yeah,
We get it.
it's valid. Yeah.
Let's ease your mind here, Cathy, because Brienne has pulled a lot, and we're very excited to reveal everything to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's get to it.
Let go.
So you had been receiving a bunch of emails from this FMS Express shipping company.
The first time it got stopped in Turkey, saying that
Stop it.
customs is going to open this package, and my whole life is in there, and that money's in there, and you got to pay this money so that they don't open the package and get this package. And then we resolved that issue.
Yeah, great. Anti-money laundering nonsense again. I have a question, right? I've never shipped anything across the world. I rarely fly, right? So I ain't really got a clue about customs and all that stuff. But surely they will open the box regardless. Or is it genuinely a case you pay enough money and they'll turn a blind eye? I don't think so, otherwise they're not doing a very good job. So let me know in the comments, please.
Going supposedly again.
Oh, supposedly.
Then it got stopped in Washington, D.C. Then now you have to send this money. And then they were like, well, you can make payments. And I'm just thinking customs usually doesn't work that way.
Oh, okay. Well, she's answered me.
That's correct. So there are a few details that I was focused on within the website itself. There's a phone number that is linked back to the UK. It's a wireless phone number. But then they also have an address listed, and it's located in India. So the information I found doesn't make sense. It's a random building in India. I mean, could be something going on there.
I said it earlier. The pirates are global, baby. UK phone number, Indian address. They're shipping things to Arizona in the US. He's in the Netherlands. Oh, it's everywhere. It's like a spider web. Nyeh. Except spiders don't make that noise. And if they did, I'd be scared.
Who knows? I mean,
But chances are, it's not good.
no. And
What
so
a shock, huh?
going back to the website itself, we pulled a Who Is, which gives us a
Who is?
background on a website. So a person that registered the website and their information, if it is public, it would be listed here. So what I did find, though, is that this website was created on March 19th, 2025.
Wow.
So the chances of this business being opened and this website being created within the same week that this guy reached out to you, I mean,
it was a matter of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So he met you, and then 2 weeks later, he creates this website.
Unreal.
What a businessman.
things are just not adding up, but we have more to share with you. Let's knock out this handsome dude in these photos, right? Because that's the reason why this whole thing started, was because
Exactly.
he's so attractive,
Exactly.
right?
I like the fair skin and the picture of him when he was supposedly leaving to get on the plane
Why
in
do
the
you mean
suitcase.
you like the picture?
I was very attracted to that.
I mean, I get
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, we want to tell you the truth. We want to give you, reveal to you who this man in these images really is, because he's not who you think he is.
Oh, God.
So the guy in the images, his name is Marcus Rogers.
Oh, wow.
Does this person look familiar?
Yeah, kind of.
He was born in Germany, and he was also in the military, and he was also pursuing full ministry. He is now a pastor of a church in Chicago.
So he's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He has
Right.
he has nothing to do with these bad guys that are stealing
Right.
his images and, getting you to send money.
Right, right. Totally different. Just using his profile.
He has no idea that this you know, this is even going on today. So
Wow.
yeah. Sadly, you know, if you see it one time and you see someone's photos getting stolen by one person, there's generally several other people out there, scammers, that are also stealing his likeness.
Wow.
He's also public, so it's very easy for anyone to go onto his social media profiles and steal this type of content.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel sorry for him. Feel bad.
Person probably deals with this every day, so.
Wow.
Yeah. Sadly, this person was going to continue to try to string you along, and whether you had the $73,000 or not, you know, these guys, they just sit here and pry all day, and they try to get what they can get, and they'll take what they can take.
So the whole story about
their job, innit?
Netherlands and Amsterdam, it's fake.
Yeah.
You had been asked to send $73,000 to Penny Ray. And so I looked into Penny Ray and the address they provided, and I can confirm that is her address. She's the owner of that home. And so we decided to give her a call. So luckily, we do have some answers about some things here. So she is talking to somebody online right now. She claims that this person is real because they FaceTime all the time. She was talking to a person online prior, though. She said it was a while. She wouldn't give me an exact time frame, but his name is Brian. And there could be a connection here with all of this, but Brian, he had access to her Cash App.
I think I sent money to him, but it wasn't my money.
Okay.
He was somehow having other people send him money, and I would send it back to him through Cash App.
So money laundering.
Through Bitcoin.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So it sounds like there's a bigger scam here.
Yeah.
I think the most important part is the fact that she thinks she's in a relationship with someone she's never met, just like you. She's also allowed this person to take over her Cash App, which is connected to her bank account.
You should never do.
And, you know, you are dating someone online that's telling you to send $73,000 to her, and she didn't even know who the guy that you were dating, she had no idea who Michael was.
Wow.
She was pretty stunned with the information I provided to her.
They want her to send $73,000 to my bank account.
That is correct.
What the hell?
So I did offer her our services in return to see if maybe there's more information we can pull out of this and see if there's any connections between what's happened to you and what's happened to her.
Authorities?
Okay.
So there's a few things we can do right now.
No.
We were talking about getting this person on a phone call.
Just a question here. Because given the fact that they also had Penny Ray's bank information, etc., I would hope they contacted the bank or authorities, maybe, to investigate further, because that's money laundering, right?
Allegedly.
Willing money mule or not, who knows, right? Allegedly.
He had just previously tried chatting with you. We can also send him an IP tracker because right now Michael claims he's located where?
The Netherlands.
Do you think if we create a tracker link
The
allowing him to think that he
Netherlands.
might be getting some sort of funds that he would be more enticed to click on it?
Oh, yeah, probably so.
Brienne created an IP tracker on the fly, baiting the scammer with a message from Cathy that she would be able to pay him through cryptocurrency.
We'll give him till tomorrow, and if he doesn't click or he clicks, whatever the outcome is, I want you to just block him because you don't need this guy in your life. You don't need this energy anymore.
Okay.
Correct.
Soon after setting up the IP tracker, the scammer clicked on the link and surprised Brienne with something she's never seen before.
So, two things. He clicked on the link. He clicked on the link 15 times.
Oh, very desperate.
He's from a place I've never heard of before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's Asaba, Nigeria. So he is in Nigeria.
So is that the crazy
But I've never
thing?
heard of Asaba. We want to see if we can get this guy.
Really,
I
guys?
mean, we have the IP tracker. We know where he's located, but we want to see his face. So we have access to a fake banking site, and I think if we can lure him in, because he's so greedy and he wants money so bad, I think if we can lure him, let's try to get him to get onto this fake banking sites.
Whilst you try and get him to do that, I need someone to get me an answer as to why there's a helicopter right now flying around the place. You can't hear it in the microphone, but my goodness, I feel it in my soul. Baby, the helicopter is swinging. It is not swinging, it's spinning. What was that? There was something in the part. Helicopter, helicopter, or something like that. What's going on? It's the police coming. They're coming for me, and I'm scared. But...
Hey, shut your mouth.
That we can see his face.
Oh, yeah, I'm all in. I mean, he really hurt me, so I
Yeah.
mean, you know, he needs to be caught. He needs to be stopped.
Well, you'd hope so.
So whatever you guys need me to do, I'll cooperate. Whatever you need me to do.
The next day, Brienne and David set up a call with Cathy to expose this scumbag face to face.
She got so many glasses.
We showed you who the real guy is behind this scam. How, like, you've had some time to process it. How are you feeling right now?
I feel better now that we know who it is, and that he's not really real. His identity, we know who it is, and hopefully we can let the real person know that he's being scammed. And I hope this tape helps other women that may have gotten scammed, and to stop him so that he won't be able to at least do it to someone else.
As of now, how many times would you say he's been trying to reach out to you since
15.
we last spoke to you?
16.
All weekend. I've just kind of been playing along with it. He's just basically asking when I'm going to get out of the hospital, and are you going to pick up the money? He's so worried about the money. I apologize for my potty mouth, but being in construction, I'm around old crusty superintendent. So after 18 years, you know, he kind of pick up the habit, but I just want to let loose on this fucker. Sorry.
And then this guy, in your words, this fucker is like continually just asking you for money, asking you for money, asking you for money.
I have a lot of anger right now that I had to hold in and just, oh, honey, and, you know, play the game. And so I have a lot of anger right now.
So, I mean, he's messaging you and calling you. Do you think you want to confront him? Is that what you want to do?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, just as a reminder, his name is Daniel Inja.
So can I just let loose, call him his name, and just let loose?
Yeah.
Look, before she gets into it, right? Before she tears him a new arsehole, which you'd need a colonoscopy to check that out. What? Anyway, I've mentioned colonoscopy too much in this video. What's wrong with me? I understand letting your frustrations out, but at the same time, you know, the scammer's not going to care, right? So I understand it, but at the same time, maybe that energy is best channeled elsewhere somehow. But I get it, but the scammer's not going to give a shit, so it's like wasting breath. Let me know your thoughts. Why is the helicopter still flying about? It's like they're waiting to hear the scammer as well.
Hey, Ray.
Oh?
Hey.
Ray, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine by the grace of God. And how you doing?
Oh, have some shame.
So, Daniel Inja.
Damn. Damn, Daniel.
Ray, you know, it's not easy for me over here and all of that.
Sorry.
My boss's best.
That, before she screams out Daniel again, yeah, that is not a response to hearing your name. Just immediately, babe, you know it's hard out here. I'm trying my best. What are you talking about, bro? What? Immediately, it's like, oh, snap, she found out I'm a scammer, so I'm just going to resort to playing, I guess, the sympathy card that I'm struggling and stuff. What's happened there?
Joe Inja, I know who you are. Why did you scam me?
Well, technically he answered. He's trying his best.
I don't understand what you're saying, baby.
You understand me very fucking well. Why did you scam me? Why are you lying to me?
Babe, I don't understand what you're talking about right now.
You don't know that you're Daniel?
Who you calling right now? You calling me a certain name? What you trying to get? I don't understand what you're saying.
It sounds like he wants to laugh. I'm not gonna lie.
Understand me very fucking well.
I don't understand.
You know what? FaceTime me. If you don't FaceTime me, I'm gonna turn your ass in. You want to go to prison?
He's not going to though, is he?
Then you fucking FaceTime me.
I do that. All right. Yeah, calm down, baby. I do that. Let me
FaceTime me right now.
I do that. Come on.
Well, fucking do it.
I can do it. Come on. Why are you talking to me that way?
FaceTime me, Daniel.
Why are you talking to me that way?
FaceTime me, Daniel, or I'm gonna turn your ass in.
I don't know what you're talking about right now, and I don't believe you the one saying this, but that's fine. Just give me some time. Let me get into the magic room so I could FaceTime you. If that make you feel better, that's fine. All right, you don't have to talk to me some type of way because I need you kind of assistant right now. You trying to talk me over, but that's fine. All right, give me some time. I'll do that.
No.
I want you to FaceTime me now, Daniel. We don't have time. You FaceTime me now. All you have to do is click the camera on, or I'm gonna turn your ass in.
Who you talking?
He hung up.
All right, I just texted you Daniel's phone number that he used to register the fake banking account. So now you have that. You can send that to him.
Okay.
He sounds panicked.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear when you called him Daniel? He went out of character.
Oh yeah. I don't understand. That's how they always do when they get caught in a lie. I don't understand. What's this? I don't understand.
I would just say you have 2 minutes to call me back, or I'm getting on the phone with the FCC.
I just said I will be contacting the EFCC since you don't answer me.
Say, you better believe I'm serious.
I'm putting I know where you live since he wanted to threaten me.
Sure.
How does that make you feel that you can turn the tables back on him?
Very good, bitch. I mean,
Whoa.
not y'all. Sorry.
Whoa, so much language. Oh, stop it, guys. The tables have turned. We've become part-time DJs. Helicopter? Still flying? In the sky? Go away? I need help.
Sorry.
Oh my God, she said
What'd you call
bitch.
me? I'm just kidding.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
wouldn't dare call you guys that.
No, I know.
Oh, that's crazy, guys.
I just want to
He's gone the same shade as her shirt. What's he doing?
I just want to say thank you guys. You guys have been wholeheartedly in this. You didn't have to do this, and you gave me closure. You brought me to safety. I mean, it could have been going on like these other people, but you helped me to stop it. And so I just want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you to the team. Like, you've really helped my life, and that's what it's all about, helping people. And if I can help stop these people from hurting other people, I'm there with you guys. And I really, really appreciate it.
Fair.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Cathy.
I like Cathy, man.
We're glad we were able to help out, right?
For the most part.
We're not done yet. We're going to get everything over to the CFCC. Brienne's going to follow up with this person. And then, let's get a police report going. And so, they can contact her. Like, she's not being responsive. We'll give her one more chance.
Yeah.
And then, then she can talk to law enforcement and deal with that. So
I'll let you know what happens after I attempt to talk to her.
Thank you, Catfish team. I really appreciate the closure that you've given me, and really for saving my life so that it wouldn't get any further. Now I can just pick up the pieces and try to move on from this.
Yeah. Disclaimer. And then there's also the AI one. Yeah, but I still feel sometimes...
Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. You can find a link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab.
Go do that. I will finish the sentence. I still feel sometimes the use of AI in some cases, it's just not warranted. But, okay, I mean, the pictures of her with her ex-husband, for example, maybe they weren't any real images, but to AI them is a bit interesting, I guess. I mean, anyway, again, for the most part, Cathy's alright, do you know what I mean? At least 2 weeks in a row, the victims have been somewhat refreshing, but it's a double-edged sword, right? Because most of the other victims on this show are absolute shitbags. So just almost anyone is going to seem nicer. But other than Cathy's little foolishness at times, nothing inherently craziness that I need to lose my head over, do you know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts overall. If next week is another pirate story, third time is not the charm, where I'm sick of the pirate stuff now. 2 weeks in a row, too much for me. Alright? The next pirate you bring on better be a Johnny Depp, because it's been a long time since we've seen Johnny Depp. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you stay safe. And please, I must reiterate this before we close out and go to the tantalizing talk section. If you are genuinely worried for the safety of your life, scam or not, right? Can I urge you to contact authorities as well, right? Cool, you want to reach out to a service such as Catfish to find out if you're being scammed or not, that's one thing. But I feel like to the point where you're installing security in your home, you're very much in a position that you should be calling the authorities as well. But that's just my 2 cents on it, right? See you guys in a jiffy. I'll be right back. Tantalizing talk time. Let's get right into it. The fact that she didn't tell a single person she knows about her online relationship tells me that she knew on some level that it wasn't legit. So the real lesson here is that women need to listen to their intuition and ask themselves why they are so desperate for a man that they are willing to ignore it. Now, alongside, of course, women doing that, I think everyone should do that. Even if you're a child and your intuition is telling you to not do something, obviously, George be curious, and children are going to do what they're going to do. But everyone in general, let's just take a bit more caution. Do you know what I mean? You experience things, you learn from them. I guess especially children, you learn from them. And then also, as a scam victim, hopefully anyway, you'd learn from what's going on. But I wanted to mainly touch from this comment, her not telling people. Normally when you don't tell someone something, you're either... Look, sometimes people say, oh, I'm protecting that person. But in this instance, it's very different. You are seemingly hiding something for a particular reason. Now, of course, who knows what her reasons were. I ain't Cathy. You know, I ain't got Scooby what's going on in Cathy's brain. Other than, goodness, this handsome TikTok man loves me. But, normally, it gives the vibes of people hiding things. Especially in these romance scam victims cases. So, why? I posed the question. Why didn't you tell anyone? I'd love to know the reason. And until I get that reason, not much more I can add here. So, next comment. The next comment comes from Kristen, who thankfully is thinking the same thing as me. Taking your safe with all your net worth in cash and the title to your house and car onto an oil rig for work. Haha, come on. Thankfully someone else sees that it's ridiculous. Because I didn't have a Scooby on what was going on there. Donnie's just rocking up to places he works, carrying a safe. Where's the logistics behind this? Okay, if customs are very stringent in opening his safe and all that BS, how's he taking it with him? Aren't they opening it whilst he's flying? I don't understand. So, get a grip, mate. Right, the next 2 comments have diddly squat to do with the actual episode. But I gotta showcase it because you gotta stay safe out there, right? I'll put them both on the screen at the same time. Scream? I wanna scream. I'm screaming internally, I'll tell you that much. Life. It often feels like it's the victim's fault, but no one can understand unless you've been there. I lost over 600k USD to these scammers. Thanks to Clock Luis 8, I was able to recover every dime back. Reach out to them for help. Pete, you can do things to yourself. You can do unimaginable things to your own fake bot booty. Alright? Because not only, well, you had me in the first half, right? Maybe we've got a little bit of an enabling comment going on here. You've spunked 600k to scammers. Well, good on you, I guess. Send some money to me. But then the second half, oh, I thought there were police sirens going on as soon as I said 600k. Alas, I'm hearing things apparently. But also Pete is seeing things, because when you say reach out to them for help, how? Do I just Google Clock Luis 8? Why is he the 8th Clock Luis? What happened to the first 7? Why did it stop at 8? Are there 9, 10, 11? Many questions to be had here. You've given no actual contact information, so if people genuinely were willing to be scammed in such a way, how would they? Can the bots do better? Or better yet, don't exist. That would be better, actually. Watch out for these type of comments, everyone. Now, naturally, given the type of person Cathy is in comparison to a lot of the shitbags on this, there were a lot of comments mentioning how nice Cathy is and how she is seemingly a good, genuine person. Now, I mentioned similar, but of course, there's always the caveat of we're scraping the bottom of the barrel on this show, especially. But I picked out this comment as sort of a two sides of the coin type thing. I have zero sympathy for most scam victims. They present as shallow narcissists with dollar signs in their eyes. Cathy talked about Michael's physical attributes several times. Not once did she mention his intelligence, sense of humor, kindness, compatibility. Crickets. Now, I always say, of course, you should be attracted to the person you are attracted to physically, because that's human nature, right? We got eyes, that's the point. But in a lot of stories, the victims never go deeper than that. It's always skin deep love, right? Now, again, it's not a bad thing to be attracted to someone's looks, but there has to be something else. And she did mention his looks a few times, which brings up the concept of greed. Once again, is the victim greedy because they very much want this individual for solely their looks? There's a level of greed there, in my opinion, but let me know your comments. Thoughts in the comments. I do think Cathy is nicer than a lot of other victims, but there is still little red flags in her behavior as well, but I could be reaching, right? This next comment touches on the use of AI, seemingly, it's not seemingly, it is becoming more frequent in the episodes, but also it's seemingly being raised in question a lot more in the comments as well. And I mentioned this particular point in the commentary. Using AI pictures at 2:14 was unnecessary. If you don't have pictures of her with her ex, that's fine. We can use our imagination. No need for slop. Now, I guess the issue here would lie in using Cathy's image, data, if you want to call your likeness data, and inputting it into a AI service and generating an image with her data, so to speak, and now the AI service has her likeness on file, and XYZ, you know, the whole debate about AI and the, I guess, the supposed goodwill nature of it. Is it actually good? A lot of AI, of course, is progressing very scarily because a lot of people are inputting their own pictures and it's learning, right? It's learning the textures of faces, and you can create very scary videos now. And I don't know if anyone's seen on Twitter, for example, there was a couple days ago or a week ago, can't really pinpoint the exact time frame, but there was sort of viral a video of a girl obviously doing like a mukbang. She was eating wings or something like that. And the video is so scarily looking real that honestly, if you don't see the fact that when she bites the wing, she sucks it all up and it's too quick, it's unrealistic eating, right? But the way she looks, her makeup, for example, she's rocking a bloody lipstick lip liner combo, yeah? It's crazy. So that in lies the debate with AI, and of course, I mentioned I personally, and I guess this individual as well, I can imagine her with her partner, right? We don't need AI images, especially both images. The guy just looks different anyway, but again, people are going to do what they're going to do. It's ultimately their videos, and ultimately AI is not going to go anywhere. I don't think so. So let me know your thoughts. The next comment touches on law enforcement, and I brought up authorities being called a few times. Law enforcement will do shit because she gave her money voluntarily. They don't have time for juvenile behavior. Now, I mean, look, to give authorities credit, sometimes they do knuckle down and crack on with scam cases. It does happen. It just depends on, I guess, whoever's handling your case, the severity of it, and how likely they are to bring some justice, I guess. But normally, look, you have given the money voluntarily. There is only so much that they can do, and the laws around catfishing are kind of iffy anyway. So on the government side of things, you know, policies need to be changed or new policies drafted on proper cracking down on catfishing and scams in general. I feel like it's too lenient. But in terms of law enforcement not doing shit because of voluntarily money being given away, that's one thing. But I can't, look, I'm emphasizing it again. Please call authorities if you're being threatened with your home life, security in that aspect and stuff. Don't wait to go to a service to see if you're being scammed or not. I would have hoped she did that, but again, it wasn't mentioned. Now, the next comment, I did see a few comments mentioning her looks, right? Her hair, etc., etc. What? I made etc. very fancy, etc. Oh, etc. Shut up. I saw a lot of comments going at her appearance, so I looked at the profile images of these people, and look, you're no supermodels, are you? Do you know what I mean? And even if you were supermodels, it still don't give you the right to go after people's appearances. Obviously, coming from me, you guys, if you've made it this far into the video, you know that's what I do. I don't go after people's appearances because, look, some might find it funny, right? Some people think it's hilarious to pinpoint people's appearances, but what do you gain from that, realistically? Just go after their actions. They're being a fool. There's comedy in that instead. However, I did want to pick out one comment going at her because it's, you know, I like to do it and go at people if they're going to go at people. Do you know what I mean? Sort of defend Cathy in a way, I guess. Your old ass know better. I don't really think that is in itself grammatically correct, but I could be wrong. Your old ass know better. I feel like there should be a should in there. Your old ass should know better. Like, that's what I think it should be saying, but okay. But I just wanted to mainly pick this one out because it's not age exclusive being scammed, right? Yes, as you grow older, maybe you would expect people should know better, right? But there's a way to say it and there's a way not to say it. Your old ass is giving to me as if you might believe that younger individuals can't be scammed. I could be reaching, right? Maybe I've picked this comment and there's not actually anything inherently wrong with it. But look, I do understand in the sense that, yeah, cool, maybe as you get older, you should know red flags. You should be able to spot them, X, Y, Z. But as a way to say it, I guess. But mainly, your old ass is a bit derogatory. Do you know what I mean? You could simply say, at your age, you should have known better. Old ass, just... Again, I might be reaching, but let me know your thoughts. And now the last comment is an interesting one. It's one I don't really see often, but sprinkled in the commentaries of other videos as well. I feel like we do mention it fleetingly, right? All of the scammers have oil rig jobs and the like. You never hear that they work at Burger King or Walmart. Now, I guess this ties in the greed aspect. Now, as much as the victims can seem nice and be non-bigoted individuals, again, I believe there is a level of greed in a lot of them, because it's never, and correct me if I'm wrong, as this person mentions, there's never anyone working in retail being the catfish, right? The lover in question is always either rich through crypto or something like that. They got a good job with, you know, high status, such as military generals and all that stuff. It's never someone working in retail. Now, if you want to argue this is because, again, the greed and what do you get from someone working in retail, or is it the greed soul? I have a question. If the same individual, this Michael Donny, right, was working in retail, do you think Cathy would want anything to do with him? Of course, maybe the appearance, the greed in the looks aspect still plays a part, but I guess we'll never know unless that story is a thing, right? We'll never know unless it actually happens to someone. So, I guess scammers out there, can we make a script where someone works in retail and you're trying to catfish someone? I need to see the results. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you've made it this far in the video, of course, you're more likely to give a shit about what I'm going to say here. I mentioned in the previous video that YouTube is a funny old thing, you know, and I'm not really sure I belong here. Especially, sorry to the microphone. I've regained my train of thought. Choo-choo. Shut up, man. Honestly, look, how do I belong here? Do you know what I mean? How can I fit into the commentary space when people are telling me I ain't got a Scooby what I'm saying, right? They didn't say it in those exact words, but I've said it like that. I want to put out videos for you guys because it does, and I appreciate you guys so much, and it does help in a way. I do see, of course, all your comments that say the videos help you with what you're going through and stuff, so I'm sending you love and strength in that regard. So I just wanted to get a little bit of that off my chest, and basically to say that in the pinned comment, and maybe I'll flash it on the screen right now. Not that though, I'm not flashing that on screen. There'll be the second channel. Now, it's been a few well, it's been a while since I've uploaded on there, and I've mentioned supporting that channel recently as well, and I want to get back into it, and I do want to get back into it, and I do want to upload videos that, of course, are not commentary based as much as possible, although there is some on there, but I also want to just do other things, and because when I do record other things, they are enjoyable, you know. I'm not saying I don't enjoy the social catfish stuff or catfish topics that are not social catfish, but I do appreciate the change, right? And hopefully that channel, if you do want to check it out, it'll be in the pinned comment and stuff. I'll do other videos on there, but let me know, what would you like to see on there? Because I do want to do like outside vlog style stuff. Obviously the food stuff I really enjoy. Shock horror I like to eat, right? But I do enjoy, and let me know your thoughts on what kind of food content you want to see. Such as, would you like to see me going into London and like trying TikTok viral food and stuff? Because that's bloody everywhere, right? So yeah, that's that. A lot of waffle to basically say, please keep supporting. Appreciate it a lot. This channel, especially given the fact that there's been news that YouTube might be changing policies on reaction/commentary stuff. Like, someone is going to, I don't know, be a judge of if it's meaningful or not. I feel like that's very dangerous territory, because in essence, you can tell something's been meaningfully transformed, but a lot of people don't see it that way. And I've got comments before, as I've shared in the past, people don't think commentaries are transforming content, but at the end, look, this is too long now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bloody pirates got me mind, bud, fuddled. Goodbye.